Hi, welcome to my channel, Root Yoga Therapy, and I'm your certified yoga therapist, Jasmine Lebenthal. And this is our pregnancy series. We will be going through prenatal to postnatal. I'll be taking you week by week through my journey as we start. And we're starting off pretty early at 9 weeks pregnant. So I actually found out I was pregnant a couple weeks ago, but I just haven't felt that great. And I've been pretty tired and haven't had enough energy to make these videos. So here I am at 9 weeks, ready to share some of the tools that I've been using to help me for the last few weeks, and hopefully these will help you as well. So you can start using these whether you're at week 6, week 7, week 8, and some of you might have just found out that you're pregnant and don't know what to do. I know for myself, as I've been going through the first trimester, all I'm doing is praying for a healthy baby and wanting to make it to week 12, where we know that we're kind of in the safe zone of keeping this pregnancy. So again, symptoms range all different types, and one of my symptoms have been really tender breasts, which makes it very challenging for me to do anything on my belly. Now, doctors say that you can safely do things on your belly up to about 15 weeks, but I felt uncomfortable, not just physically, but I also didn't want to put pressure on my pelvis or my abdomen. So I've been modifying a lot of my back bends and a lot of my yoga practice to avoid doing anything on my belly. So again, I'm going to show you the things that I've been doing and the way I've been meditating to help calm my nerves through this, what can be stressful time, and already start to make this connection with my developing baby. So join me on your mat and let's get started. Welcome back. So today we're going to start out in just a simple seated position. Now you can be sitting on blocks or a blanket or a bolster. If you're having trouble just sitting on the ground, maybe you're having low back pain, sitting on something would be beneficial. I'm just here in a simple cross-legged seat. I'm just going to start to close my eyes. I'm taking one hand to my low belly, right at the pelvis, and one hand to my heart. And this I just helps this, excuse my words, I have slight pregnancy brain, but placing my hand on my belly and one hand on my chest really helps me ground myself and start to develop that connection and well-being with my baby. So soften your eyes to close, placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the pelvis, and breathing into the belly, finding that expansion, pulling that breath into the chest, and then long exhale out the nose, let it go. Again, inhaling into belly and chest, and long exhale. So if those who have had a yoga practice before, you don't really want to do too much control around the breath, but taking some nice even breath, expanding belly, chest, and taking that long exhale could help find some more grounding, calm some of your nerves if you're feeling a little anxious about what's going on with your baby. I know there's a lot of unknowns, and some of you might not even feel pregnant. So just doing the breath work to find that stability, that connection, and to find a little more trust and surrender, I think is really helpful. So please don't hold your breath in any way. Just find a nice even breath into the belly and chest, and let it go. Belly, chest, and let it go. And setting our intentions for our practice. Why are we coming onto our mat? And then releasing the hands. So, as I said before, we're starting out at week 9 because I'm at week 9. And I've already mentioned some of my symptoms, but I am hopeful that as the weeks continue, the symptoms are going to start to improve. So if you're feeling a little better at week 9 and you've been really sick, notice that's just probably your hormones balancing out, and you should just really enjoy feeling better. I know that can be scary to feel like your symptoms are going away. And even for myself, I have to remind myself to just take advantage of that time that we feel better and know and trust that everything is going just the way it should be. So let's get started on our hands and knees. I'm just going to place my hands underneath my shoulders, knees underneath my hips, and we're going to move through cat-cow pose just to mobilize the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, and you might even feel a stretch in your abdomen here. And then as you exhale, round the spine, navel in. And just even breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just continue. Take 3 more cycles on your own. Breathing into that belly, bringing all that life force and vitality into your growing baby. Good. After your last one, you're just going to walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders and give your hips a nice roll. So shift the body forward, swing the hips to one side, extending your hips back towards your heels, over to the other side. And switch directions. Just finding that nice movement into the hips, into the spine. If you have been feeling pretty sick and haven't been able to do a lot of movement, this probably feels pretty good, that you're just getting some blood flowing, stretching your body. Good. After your last round, just gently walk your hands back towards your shoulders. Take an inhale, reach the right leg back, float the toes. Pause here, just feeling that activity into your back leg. And then as you exhale, just softly tap the toes against your mat. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, tap. Just 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Once the foot is down, pause there. Just shift forward and backward on the ball of the foot, getting a nice stretch into the back of your leg. Good. Pausing in center, release the knee down. And then shift the hips back, find a gentle child's pose, allowing the belly to rest on the sides and starting to reach the hands forward, head down. Good. Next, inhale, come up, hands and knees position. Good. Realign your legs so they're in a tabletop, and then extend the left leg back, float the toes, find some strength into your back leg. Keep having like an itch on my nose. And then when you're ready, drop the toes down and inhale to lift. Exhale, lower and lift and lower and lift. 2 more. Lower and lift and lower and lift. Good. Next time the foot drops down, toes stay tucked, shift forward and backward on the ball of the foot. And then pausing there, rebend the knee, land the foot down, and sink the hips back for child's pose. Maybe widen the knees a little bit further, allowing the belly to rest in between the thighs. And dropping forehead to mat. 3 breaths. Good. Slowly come back. Finding downward facing dog pose. Tuck your toes, extend your hips up and back. And start to pedal out the legs, just bending right knee and left knee. Good. Gently walking the hands back towards the feet on your next inhale. Good. Feet hips distance. Take a next breath. Inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, fold it in. 2 more. Inhale, lift the chest forward. Exhale, fold in. Good. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward and fold it in. Good. Maybe even here, bending right knee and left knee, wiggling into the hips a little bit. And then walk yourself back out, downward facing dog position. Good. Hips high, hands flat. Gently shift the body forward and bring the right foot up to meet the hands. Drop your left knee to the mat. Climb the hands to the top of the right thigh, coming into a low lunge. Good. Sinking in and out of the pose. So as you exhale, drop the hips, lift the chest. Inhale, press through the heel. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, press. Again, sink in and press. Good. One more. Sink in. Keep the right hand at the right hip. Reach the left arm up. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep the arm back. Lower the torso over the front thigh. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, lift the arm and sweep it back. And one more. Inhale, reach the arm and sweep it back. Good. Bring your hands down towards your foot. Now, if you have blocks or books at home and you know you have tighter hamstrings, these are great ways to help create a little more space in the body. So you can take your blocks to either the first, second, or third height, or use books and stack those up. And then just gently shift the leg back, flex into the foot, extend your chest forward. And if you need to walk your hands back, just do so. Or if you need to take the blocks or your books to a higher height, you can do that as well. Now, sometimes I know some women experience a lot of lower back pain because they might have that as part of one of their symptoms, or maybe it's just some pain while the uterus is growing to accommodate this new tenant in the body. So if you feel that, this could be a great stretch to get into the lower back. Good, and then rebend into the front knee, walk the hands forward to the foot, and then slide the right leg out and through. Release your blocks off to the side, downward facing dog pose, tuck the toes, extend the hips back. Good, again, inhale, glide forward, and then gently step left knee up to meet the hands, right knee drops down. Good, and you're just gonna sink forward and backward into the hips, walk the hands up to the thigh, inhale here, exhale, drop in. Inhale, push through the heel, release. Exhale, drop in. Good, a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good, pause here. Sweep the right arm forward, palm face up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, right arm forward and up. And sweep it back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring both hands down towards your blocks or your foot. Shift your hips back, straighten into your front leg. And then extend the heart forward. So I actually feel some lower back tenderness right now. So I'm going a little easy on my body today. Now there's some days where I don't feel anything. And on those days, I remind myself that yes, I am still pregnant. And some days, like today, I feel some more symptoms. I feel tenderness in certain parts of my body. I feel nausea throughout the day or slight fatigue. And it's okay that your symptoms fluctuate. It took me a while to understand that is okay and that's normal. So don't worry if you're feeling your symptoms fluctuate from day to day, because I am too. Good. Take one more in-breath. And then as you exhale, go ahead, bend back into your left knee. Walk your blocks or hands forward and slide your left leg out and through. And release the leg down. Good. And then we're just going to come into a seated position. Again, this is just a really light, I have all these itchies on my face. This is just a really gentle practice to help open up the body. So finding yourself in a seated position, you're welcome to sit on a blanket or a pillow, whatever you might have at home. Take your legs in like a seated tree position, having one leg long on an angle, and then the sole of the opposite foot to the inner thigh. So we can start with the right leg out, sole of the left foot in. Sliding your hand down your right thigh. Inhale, float your left arm up, gently twisting the chest towards the left wall. As you exhale, release the hand down, come back to center, and we'll just move in and out of that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. And last one. Good. Scoop your right knee in. Bring both soles of the feet together. And having your hands towards your shins or ankles, lift your chest. Find a nice full breath in here. Exhale, start to fold in, walking your hands forward. Maybe you're staying on fingertips, maybe blocks on the hands. Again, each time you're breathing down deep into the space of the belly, bringing that prana, that life force and vitality and health into your growing baby. And maybe visualizing what that could look like. And starting to walk the hands back towards the shins. Good. And extending your left leg out, bringing the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh, sliding the hand down the shin. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arm. And release. And reach. And release. Last one, inhale. And release. Nice. This time extend both legs out nice and wide. If you have those blocks or books, they could be really helpful here. Again, you can use them to support your hands. You can walk out with them, get a deeper stretch into the hips. If you have the space, and again, let's not force our body into too much flexibility, because our body is naturally going to open up as we continue with our pregnancy. The joints are going to become more mobile, so you certainly don't want to overstretch. Just go to where your edge is. And I've been practicing for many years, so I feel very comfortable going onto my forearms. But certainly another great option, especially if you're feeling any pulling or pain in the body, is to release onto blocks and just allowing yourself to rest there. Flex the feet, press through the heels of the feet, and extend the chest forward. Again, no holding of the breath, just a nice long in breath and out breath evenly through the nose. And again, I find it's really helpful to visualize that breath moving down into the base of the belly and building that connection with this little life that we're growing inside. And with every exhale, see if you can work towards surrendering. There's only so much control we have during pregnancy, and it's important to start practicing this act of surrender, this act of kind of letting go and knowing that we're doing everything we can to create a healthy environment for our future, for our baby. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands back towards the inner thighs. And you can release your blocks if you're using them. Bring your hands underneath the knees, scoop the legs in, and let's find a comfortable position on our back. Now, I'm going to encourage, as we move into a gentle meditation or breathing, is just to find a blanket or something that's going to make you feel cozy and warm. I'm going to put a blanket over me so I can feel still. And then again, I'm going to make that connection with my baby, hand on belly, one hand on heart. So I have a blanket here that I'm just going to use. And I'm just going to place the blanket over me. And sometimes even having a layer of blanket on you brings a more or a deeper sense of grounding. It helps calm some of the anxiety that could be showing up in the first trimester, especially when there's so many unknowns, or maybe you haven't even had your first prenatal appointment yet. So there's still a lot of excitement and nervousness around that. Again, taking one hand to the low belly, one hand to the heart. And just finding that even breath in and out through the nose. And as you breathe, again, maybe visualizing that breath moving down into the womb, creating space, bringing in nutrients, bringing in life to your baby. And the breath is really a way to nourish the inside of the body. So think about that as you breathe, you're inviting in more nourishment into the body and to your baby. We don't just nourish our body with food and sleep, but also with the air that we breathe. So this is a way of feeding your body and your baby what it needs to grow, to develop. And feel free to stay here for as long as you like. Now, we're still really early in the pregnancy, so it is safe to be laying on your back. But as we progress, I'll be offering different options. Most likely options that are going to feel comfortable on our side, because laying on the back won't be an option. And then when you're ready, again, just feel free to stay as long as you like, or roll to one side and gently press yourself up. Thank you for joining me for our first pregnancy video, and I hope you continue to find me throughout your pregnancy as we progress week by week. I'll be doing a week practice for every week I'm pregnant, and I'll be continuing that for every week that I am post-pregnancy. So if you like what you felt today and you want to continue developing that connection or carving out a little time to bond with your developing baby, subscribe to our channel and continue to join me for the next 33 weeks.